I'm so excited about this episode because it is about one of my favorite topics in life, giving. So keep watching. You guys, can you believe it? Christmas is 8 days away. Oh, and here's the deal. I really want you to make the most out of this holiday season. So this episode, we're going to talk all about giving and generosity. So Amy Brown from the Bobby Bones Show is going to be here today. And I'm also going to bring on a couple who is taking giving to the next level. So keep watching to hear their awesome story. You know, it's so interesting. During this time of the year, it's usually about, which we just did a show on this, you guys, but budgeting for your Christmas gifts and what you're going to buy people and gift lists and all this stuff, which is so great and so fun. But ultimately, when you're thinking about the holiday season, what is going to give you the most joy is going to be giving, because giving is the most fun you can have with money. Because when you think about this, all we're talking about on the show mostly is getting you guys in a place financially where you're not stressed, where you're not freaked out, and you're in control, right? You're living on a plan, you're getting out of debt, you're funding retirement, you're doing all these incredible things because ultimately I want you to live and give like no one else because I want you to be able to win with money. But there's only so much that money's going to buy, right? So when you get down to this place and you're winning financially, I want you to get some stuff, have some fun with money, absolutely. But there's only so much stuff that you can continue to buy. Even if you had, $5 million right now, and I just gave it to you, yeah, you can have some fun with it. Like, it's great. But after a while, it's just like, okay, you just keep accumulating stuff. And that's not my goal for you. One of my big goals is for you to live and give like no one else, because giving changes you. Giving moves you on the spectrum of being selfish to selfless. And I'm telling you, when you live your life in the perspective of being selfless, of what you can do for other people, the happiness and the joy that comes with that is unparalleled. Like it changes who you are. It changes your life. And it can be really hard to have that perspective, if you will, because our culture tells us the opposite, right? Our culture is all about me, like my happiness, my job, my life. And I want you to fight against that. And I want you to start saying, you know what? Life isn't always about me. It's about other people. That is where joy is going to be. There was a recent study done that showed that you only have momentary happiness when you are the recipient of a good deed, but you have long-term happiness when you are the giver. And this is key because I don't want you to miss out on that. When you are giving, that is where the joy comes in. And I don't want you to miss out on that joy no matter where you are in the process. That's why I always talk about you need to be giving no matter what baby step you are on. And in my book, Love Your Life, Not Theirs, I talk about giving a little until you can give a lot. You want to start that habit early on because money is like a magnifying glass. It makes you more of what you already are. So if you're a jerk, and you win financially, you get a lot of money, you're going to just be a huge jerk. But if you're the opposite of that and you are a giver and you're selfless and you help people, that is what's going to be magnified when you get more money. John D. Rockefeller has one of my favorite quotes of all time. He said, I never would have been able to tithe, which is giving 10% of your money away. I never would have been able to tithe the first $1 million I ever made if I did not tithe my first salary, which was $1.50 a week. And I love that. So you guys start where you are. Make this a habit in your life. Again, give a little until you can give a lot. And there's a lot that you can give, right? You can give your money, like we've been talking about. You can give your time. I know for me, one of the biggest gifts as a new mom was having friends and family come over and they would make meals. And then some of my friends would come and they would just like hold Amelia or Caroline and I would go take a nap. Like there's just something about people giving their time because time is, I would say, even more precious than money these days. And for people to be there and to volunteer somewhere. I mean, giving your time, it's very difficult, especially if you're in a busy season. But the outcome of what you're going to receive in that is just immense. You can also give your talents. I've had some really cool opportunities to see my friends do this. Like one of them's a photographer, and she took Christmas pictures with families that were underprivileged. Like they didn't have a lot of money to go, buy this package for a photographer to get a Christmas card. And she went and did it for free for 2 full days. I have another friend who's a hair and makeup artist, and she would go into homeless shelters 3 times a year and give makeovers to the women there. I'm like, that is just so cool, having that talent that you have and being able to give that away. And another thing that I personally love about giving is that it can be creative, right? You can really think outside the box. And when you find something that is in your heart that you love, whether it's a cause or something going on in the world that you just feel this this need for, dig into that. Seriously, Google it, figure out whether it's building wells in Africa or, fostering kids or sex trafficking, all these things going on in our world, and able to partner with organizations and help fund that with your money, but also your time, is one of the greatest gifts ever. It is so, so fun, you guys. But I can tell you, I had one of my all-time favorite giving stories actually happen to me when I was a teenager. My parents, they are huge supporters of a ministry called Mercy Ministries. They have homes all over the world for girls, teenage girls who are struggling in life, whether it's they've been kicked out of their homes, they have eating disorders, they had an unplanned pregnancy, some really, really sad, hard situations. So they get in this program, they live in this home, and they get counseling, they get what they needed to walk through that season. And I remember I was probably 13. My sister was 16 because Denise was just driving at the time. And I remember Dad came in on a Saturday morning. We were watching TV and he was like, all right, girls, you're going to do something a little different today, but you're going to do it. Which means in the Ramsey household, when the parent says you're going to do it, you're going to do it. There's no debating. And we were like, okay, what? And he gave us this envelope full of cash. I don't even know how much it was. As a 13-year-old, it was probably $1 million in my head. But I was like, oh my gosh, that's so much money. And he was like, okay, I want you to go down to Mercy Ministries because they had a home in Nashville. And he said, I've called ahead and there's 2 girls waiting on you. And you're going to go pick them up. You're going to take them to the mall. You're going to buy them new clothes. And Denise and I were like, what? Dad, that's weird. We really did. We were like, oh gosh, I wish I could say we were angels. And we're like, yes, of course, we'd love to volunteer our Saturday, Father. That sounds fantastic. But we were like, wait, no, we were going to go to the mall. Or we don't know these girls. It was kind of this awkward conversation of we don't really want to do it. And he made us do it. He was like, go. And so I were driving there with Denise. And Denise was like, Rachel, it's going to be fun. They really need this and it's going to be great. And I remember thinking, you're right. So we kind of got our attitudes in check and our hearts in place. And we went and we picked up these 2 girls and they were both 15 years old. So they were a little bit older than me, a little younger than Denise at the time. And I remember that Saturday, I'll never forget it. I really won't, because we started chatting in the car. We were talking about boys, we were talking about movies. We got to the mall. And it was we got to give these little mini makeovers. We were running through the store, grabbing shirts. They were in the dressing room. We were giving them stuff, getting sizes. And we bought them all these new clothes. And we were up at the cash register and one of them just started crying. She was like, I just cannot believe this is my life right now. I cannot believe this is what it was. And it was so impactful because number one, it opened my eyes, and to have an experience that wasn't comfortable. It wasn't, extremely oh, this is a very natural thing for me at the time. But as we got to know them, it was yes, it's incredible. And so I think about that story. I've had really cool giving experiences since then, but that one specifically, I loved it because what Mom and Dad did is they took really their resources, it was their money, and then they made us take our time, and it was such a creative way to do it. And it really took us where we were in life and expanded our world. And so find those things in your life, whether it's with your family, with your kids, with your spouse, but find the things in life that you are passionate about and find ways to give. Because again, you guys, giving changes you. It impacts you in a deeper way than you could ever imagine. And I want you to experience that. So again, no matter where you are, give a little until you can give a lot. All right, next up, I'm going to give you guys 10 different ways that you can start giving with your family. Feeling safe at home for me is a top priority, especially since having kids, it's always on the forefront of my mind. Simply Safe Home Security has given me the peace of mind that no matter where I am, the things most precious to me are safe. Simply Safe is a smart and affordable way to secure your home and protect your family. There are no contracts or long-term commitments, and you can even customize it for your home specifically. And guys, it is so easy to install. You can do it yourself and have your whole house set up within an hour. And Winston's favorite feature is checking it on our phones while we're on the go. Start monitoring your home around the clock with SimpliSafe for just under $15 a month. Go to simplysafe.com/Rachel right now to get peace of mind without breaking the bank.
Hey guys, George Camel here in downtown Nashville to find stories of generosity and giving back this holiday season. Let's go talk to some people. Tell me, how are you giving back this holiday season?
We adopt a family. We bring them Christmas dinner.
We do a lot of stuff with Habitat for Humanity. We just got done building a house.
I coordinate and organize a Christmas cookie bake sale, and then we use the money to donate to a local ministry or charity.
All right, what I love about this top 10 list, it's all things that you can do with your family. So number 1, sponsor a family every year. Find the family in need and let your kids pick out gifts for them if they have other kids. Number 2, donate toys and clothes. This is a great way to minimize the clutter in your house, parents. So have your kids actually give away some of their toys. We did this with Amelia. It was fantastic. Number 3, elf on the shelf. I love this. The elf can actually bring a note of encouragement for acts of kindness for your kids. So the little elf comes with a note. I love it. Number 4, send Christmas cards to people in the military, thanking them for their service. Number 5, choose a day to actually serve each other inside your home. Number 6, leave a note on a stranger's car, encouraging them to have a good day. I think that's fun. Number 7, deliver cards and cookies to a nursing home. Number 8, donate canned goods to a food pantry. Number 9, take your kids to the dollar store and you can just give them a couple of bucks and they can go actually pick out presents for their siblings. And for number 10, I want to know your ideas below. So I'm gonna be giving away something really fun to 3 of you who comment below. So find out later what that fun something will be. So coming up next, I'm going to talk to a couple who's been giving back for years. They have been coordinating our Financial Peace University classes for a while now. Financial Peace University is our proven program that will teach you how to never worry about money again. And the reason why they started coordinating classes is because how it affected their lives. So they want to actually give back to others. So let's hear more about their story.
We had to shut the business down in 2011. We suddenly, in 1 week, just went to a situation where we didn't know where, our next income was going to come from.
There were a sequence of events that happened. One of them was a financial crisis at the bank. We didn't have the money. We didn't have it. We had finally got to the point we just didn't have it.
We had bought a business in 2002 after moving to Chicago. Actually done quite well in the first 4.5 years. But then shortly after that, we got into a partnership, and that partnership just fell apart within a year.
We were spending all of our time, all of our resources, all of our energy in the business. We were giving it everything we had to keep it going.
It was to a point where we had no idea that we were going to shut the business down, really going up until that week we shut the business down.
And then Sunday night we had to call all the employees, and it was a very tearful night. And it was, there was a lot of, we were unemploying people as well as ourselves. At that point you can't even see what's on the other side. You can only see the hole that you're in. 2
gentlemen came into our lives during that summer, and the second one of the 2 actually was the one that invited us to the church. A few weeks later, the church actually...
They were advertising that the class was going to start. And so we need that because now the business is closed, we're unemployed, and we're in crisis mode. And then we took the class and had 2 amazing leaders who walked with us through some pretty major decisions that we had to make. When we let that go for the first time and said the business has to go, the peace that defies all understanding, which is only describable once you feel it, descended on us.
And I remember very distinctly, Cindy, we were sitting in the car of a parking lot, in a parking lot for dinner, and she said, this is going to get used somehow. And it was just a passing statement. It wasn't a plan. It wasn't something or other that we foresaw. It was just a statement that she had made. But immediately, as soon as that class was over, it was like, we want to be a coordinator. We want to be a facilitator. And so we just got into the next class, the very next, semester, and been doing it ever since.
Give it a hoot, because y'all going to be debt-free.
Well, I'm so thankful that you guys are here on the show because of this whole episode talking about giving. You guys are giving in such a unique way by being Financial Peace University coordinators. So I love just getting to sit down and talk to you guys about that because it's been 7 years. Is that right?
Yeah, time flies.
Yes, I know. So, and how many classes total?
I think we kind of lost track, 16, 17, something
17 classes. So you have story after story of families and situations people going through their journeys, and you get a front row seat is what we like to say into that. So I want to know, first and foremost, what even caused you to start coordinating classes?
It was kind of one of those things where it just felt very natural. There was an invitation, from leadership, and that invitation we just kind of jumped on it. Some of the reason we do it is it does keep us accountable to the process, and it's ever changing. We've gone through some life changes moving here to Nashville. So.
Yeah. So what's your favorite part about being a Financial Peace University coordinator?
The hope.
Yeah.
So many people come, and whether they're in crisis or not, there's a point it is different for everyone, at which they go through the process that the light bulb of hope comes on. And for me, it's always like seeing the sun after a really bad storm. It just lights up the room, and it lights up them, and we get to share in that. It's not anything that we did. We just walk through it with them. We didn't have to guide them anywhere. We just walk with them, and then they share that hope with us.
So for you guys, as you're sitting back and you're looking back after, years of classes, is there that one couple or that one person in your mind that you always think about when you say, okay, we're going to recommit and teach another Financial Peace University class? Because there's that one person, that one couple in your mind.
There was a particular group that we had, and it seemed like it was all single mothers or, people that were going. There was a lady that was going through divorce, and there was just some difficulty, and about week 3, 4, all of a sudden this gal was going to have to move out of a house, and everybody in the group collectively at some point over about a 2 or 3 day period just showed up and helped her move. And stuff like that, it blows you away.
It's amazing. So when you're coordinating something like Financial Peace University, there are some intimidating topics, right? I mean, you're talking about everything from paying off debt to insurance to buying a home and mortgages, all of it, and having coordinators like you all to walk people through those. Because, to be a coordinator, you don't have to, have a PhD and have a master's degree, and all of these things by any means. But you're able to help people walk through, okay, this is what this means. And you're given the tools, I know, equipped to help that as a coordinator.
A lot of it is just listening. Sometimes people have an emotional issue. They don't feel that they can do something. Something is too big.
Yes.
So they just need to talk it out. And once they talk it out, then now it's small.
Yes, totally. The big scary thing ends up being, it's just this. Once it's verbalized and there's a plan in place, all of that. Yeah.
And one of our favorite things to do is kind of around week 2 or 3, Michael ask, if you were out of debt, what could you do today that you're not doing? In what way could you serve?
I love that because it totally hones in on the point that debt's a thief, right?
Yeah.
It steals your money, so you're not financially able to do things, but it steals your time. It steals your emotional capacity. And when you're out of that, there's so many factors other than just money that come into play. And I love that you paint that picture. That's such a great question to ask, right? You live like no one else, so later you get to live and give like no one else. And you guys are the perfect example of that, seriously. You're incredible coordinators. You've walked with so many families. So from my heart to yours, again, just thank you. Thank you so much.
We thank you for the class. It's been wonderful for our own life. But we get to meet a whole lot of really cool people.
Yes. So you guys, what you're going to realize is once you start to get control over your money, every other area of your life starts to be transformed. And I've seen it time and time again. And one thing that Financial Peace University will teach you is about life insurance. Again, kind of an intimidating topic, but something that you need to know about, because it might feel weird to talk about life insurance, but everyone needs it so that you have the peace of mind that comes with knowing your family is taken care of. You're going to need 10 to 12 times your income with a 15 to 20-year term policy. Or if you already have life insurance, then you should reevaluate to see if you can save money. Trust me, it is worth getting an updated quote. Winston and I use Xander Insurance because they make it so easy. They will shop around to make sure you're getting the best rates possible. And then reshopping, like we talked about, all your insurance options will create extra margin in your budget. Trust me. So go to Xander.com or click the link below. All right, coming up next is someone who is really passionate about giving and has given back in some really unique ways that are sure to inspire you.
Lisa, how are you giving back this holiday season?
Panama City was devastated by a hurricane, and we are sending supplies and most especially toys and things for kids this year.
We started a shoe drive.
We go to a homeless shelter in our hometown. We actually get more from them, I think, than they get from us. You know, we get to hear their story, and sometimes we can give them a little hope of our own.
All right, I am so excited about the next guest on the show. You are here, Amy Brown.
Hi.
Oh, thank you for being on.
No, thank you for having me. It's awesome. I've already told so many people, I was like, I'm going to go be on the Rachel Cruze show. They're like, shut up. And I have a list of questions about,
We'll talk money. We'll talk all the things.
Talk all the
Amy.
things, yeah.
Okay, so you came to mind as we were doing this whole episode on giving because I listened to you on the radio every morning on my way home or my way to work. Amy is one of the hosts of the Bobby Bones Show. So people aren't familiar with that whole thing. Explain kind of what the show is.
Well, we are a syndicated country morning show based here in Nashville, and we're heard all over the place.
How many stations do you guys have now?
110 or something. I don't know. It could be more. I really try not to think about it because it
could be
intimidating.
Oh yeah. So the two organizations that you've started, kind of these movements that I love.
Well, it's not me. I know I'm here representing it, but the Pimp and Joy movement started on our show, which Bobby even came up with the hashtag, but Pimp and Joy came from my mom's cancer journey. My mom was diagnosed with cancer, and she made it her motto from the beginning, I'm going to choose joy. And she knew where her joy came from, and that was from the Lord, and she knew it was a choice. And that he would help her. And not every day was super joyful, don't get me wrong. And if you've been through cancer, you know it's not. But that was our overall theme and attitude.
Yes.
So my sister and I adopted it with her. We got joy tattooed on our wrists and her handwriting. And then from that, we were encouraging others to choose joy, spread joy, be joy. And then Bobby was like, we need a way to track this online, so let's use the hashtag Pimp and Joy.
Yes.
And then it took off. And so from that, we started to think, oh, wow, maybe we could come up with a Pimp and Joy line. So we did this simple black hat with the hashtag Pimp and Joy. And my mom actually got to see the prototype 2 weeks before she passed away. But she gave her stamp of approval. Oh. And, she was about 90 pounds at that time and, kind of at the house always in pajamas. And I've got the cutest picture of her that I'll always cherish. And she has on the Pimp and Joy hat with her leopard pajamas. And she's kind of just in it, and she looks so frail and but it's one of my favorite pictures of her because what she doesn't know and she didn't live to see is that picture was probably taken early October, and then she passed away October 27th, and then we put the first hat up for sale November 2nd, and the first round we sold out in 60 seconds, and all the money went to St. Jude. And then a week later we made another batch of hats, sold out again in 60 seconds, all to St. Jude. And so they were like, okay, wow, this is crazy. We might be onto something. Our listeners, they're with us. They're passionate. They want to give back.
Okay, so you guys, be on the lookout.
Oh, yeah, this is our brand new.
I know, this is fun.
Our fun little beanie. Every Christmas, we'll put out a different beanie. Yeah. And it's going to our medical fund.
Okay.
So that means sometimes it might be St. Jude or sometimes it might be a listener that we hear about. And so we get to do fun stuff like that, too, where we hear of stories and we have the bucket that we can dip into, and then we're just able to send a check. And it's crazy, and it gives me all the feels because my mom, she worked hard. She was a single mom, worked every day, left as a giver, left us with everything. you and your dad would be proud. Everything paid off. And she didn't, that wasn't easy for her. But she made a choice to do that, to where when she died, we were able to give her car to another single mom that needed a car, because it's not like we had to worry about
paying off her debts
or
and all
anything.
that. Yep.
And so she would freak out to know that to this day we're like about to hit the $2 million.
$2 million just through Pimp and Joy.
Just through Pimp and Joy. Like it's like I don't know the exact number, but if you round up a little bit, we're close to there.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And all because of her one decision when she was given cancer, and her battle was not pretty. But she maintained that positive attitude. And she went like, I think her 4th diagnosis, we went straight to the chapel, and her prayer was, it wasn't, Lord, like, heal me from this, which I think probably, I'm like, gosh, that's what I'd be praying for.
Yeah.
But I think at that point, she was just like, okay, this is the 4th time. Like, she was like, Lord, just find a way to use this cancer for good. So for me, every time I see a Pimp and Joy item, I'm like, that's an answer to my mom's prayer, because that money was used to go do something good. So sometimes when I get reminded what it's really about, I'm like, okay, this is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, and she gets to see it now, right? Like she is
seeing it and knows. But like if she were here, she'd be freaking out. Like,
what is happening? Yes, because what's incredible about I think that entire story is obviously your mom and her choice to choosing joy, which I love that. And then the fact, Amy, that you took all of that she was embodying and going like so creative and so many steps forward of doing things like this to continue to pass it on, right?
Well,
that's amazing.
Great. And the Bobby Bone Show having that platform and to get that message out there, and our listeners being so responsive and amazing has been awesome. And then Mary with the Shop Forward has been great. And then through that, under her umbrella is how we got the Espoir brand.
Yes, so talk about that. So that's the second brand that
what we use to support Haiti.
So these bags, I'm like literally obsessed with it.
Oh, the 4 things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
this one was customized just for you
guys. Yeah. So get ready. For the Rachel Cruze Show audience. Okay, look, here we go. We got budgeting, free spirit, because I'm a free spirit, baby steps, and love your life. You guys.
Yes.
It's like the Rachel Cruze Show tote. I can't believe it. So we're going to keep spreading the joy to 3 of you. So we're actually going to be giving away 3 of these. I selfishly want one of them.
Yes.
But I will give it. I will give it away.
Yeah.
No, I think they're just absolutely adorable. So when we said earlier in the show that you could comment below on one of the ways that you and your family give, remember the 10th thing is for you guys to comment? Well, we're going to choose 3 of you that are commenting below to win one of these cute totes.
Yeah.
They're adorable.
And you can feel good. I mean, they're adorable. I love carrying it. It's a conversation starter. That's what I love is so many people walk up to me and they're like, wait, what's this on your tote? Like,
Mine has Enneagram, beach.
Chai lattes.
Yeah, chai lattes and cocktails.
Yeah, cocktails. True. I mean, but they're super cute, but then also you can feel good about carrying them knowing that they go towards supporting
So when you buy
Haiti.
it, so that's it. So when you purchase these bags,
Espoir is the line that it's under. ESPWA, which that means hope in Haitian Creole, which is what my children speak. I adopted. I do have 2 kids. They're from Haiti. And
how was that process for you guys?
Haiti was difficult because we entered when the country was going through some law changes, and it took us 5 years. So it was sort of quite the journey, and taxing emotionally, financially, all the things. But you're like, you get locked in on these are my kids. It was like, I knew their face. I knew their name. I went to the orphanage 5 times a year to see them. And every time it was harder and harder to leave them because I didn't know. I was like, I can't say next time I come see you. Like we would pull back up to the orphanage and my son would just start screaming like he didn't want to go back in. And I was like, okay, like only a few more trips. And then I think even after that, it took another year. So right now we're working with My Life Speaks, which is a special needs orphanage in Nepali, Haiti. They do family care. So it's like the orphans are put into little homes, like with only 4 or 5 kids per home. So they're doing, because when you have special needs, you have a lot of things that need to be attended to.
So giving on that element, I would say as a mom, like it is so much more of a giving and a serving than I ever thought.
Yes.
Ever. Like in my whole life.
Yeah,
like
I now trying to raise little people to be like respectable members of society.
Yes, totally. And so
pressure.
And I think that there's even a step further that you guys have done with giving because you're not only providing a home for children, children that would not have that, But the time and the money that it puts in through that process is just like, it's so admirable. It really is. So when you buy the bags, you guys, again,
Just
goes
know
to
we
incredible cost. And necklaces, right? You
Oh,
brought
and
this.
we just started.
I know, you're
the
like, do I bring it?
necklaces.
I'm like, yes,
Oh,
I want to
yes,
see.
I know all the things. So this is called our Star Necklace, which we're super pumped about. This has a local and a global impact because it's made locally here, handmade through a company called Able, which offers economic opportunity to women that are transitioning out of the homeless lifestyle. This provides work for them, and then we give to Haiti through it. So it's got local and global.
Okay, so this whole episode, we're talking about giving. I know I've said that 1,000 times, but you're like the queen of giving through everything that you've done and all the incredible opportunities. So I just want to know, like, on a personal level for you, like when you look at your life and all the things you're involved in, besides obviously like kids and family and work, but like this specifically, like what emotions do you get when you think through, okay, all these people that are getting helped? Like, how do you feel about all of this?
I'm thankful for the opportunity. I'm grateful. Like, I'm also, faking it till I make it sometimes.
Totally.
I have that feeling
So
of
when
like, I feel like, why am I doing, like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I need to just stop this. Like, pump the brakes. So I have all those feelings. But then also the gratitude part, like, I want to recognize, like, wow, I mean, this is really, really cool.
So good.
And I feel a lot of thankfulness for people that trust us, like Bobby and Mary and I, when we make decisions on who to donate to.
It's good.
Like, we vet.
Yes.
We don't just like pick something. They're fully vetted because we want to make sure that, we're not just
Which I think
giving
is
money.
that's such a good point, because even on a personal level, you guys, as you're giving, like that's something my husband and I have taken on. Like, we take our giving almost as seriously as our investments, and how much you dig into your investment part of your life and where your money's going there. Giving is the exact same way. So like when you're giving to these organizations, dig in. Like, things are on their website. You can check out like, their tax records. You can check out their budgets, especially if they're a 501c3. And so do that. And so look to see what are these companies, what are these organizations, what are they doing? Because it's so key. Don't just flippantly give, because sometimes your money isn't being used in the proper way. So being very intentional. So I love that point. I think that's so good. And the organizations that you guys partner with are just amazing. Where can everyone, because everyone's probably like, okay, I want a tote. I want
The
a
best
hat.
place to go is theshopforward.com. And the best way to remember it is everything you're shopping for pays it forward.
Okay, guys, make sure to check it out and check out everything that Amy's doing. Where can everyone find you?
Oh, on Instagram, I'm Radio Amy.
Okay, check you out on
online.
Instagram. And then how will they find the show? Is there an easy place?
BobbyBones.com.
Love it.
Yeah.
Amy, thanks for being on. Seriously, and all
Thank
the
you for
amazing
having
stuff
me.
you're doing and how you're giving back and the joy that you have. I just so appreciate it. So thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
All right, guys, it is time for She Works Hard, Saving Money. And it's a fun special edition because both of these quotes came from people going through the 14-day money finder. And this came on a day where we challenged people to give back. Angela said, when I saw this, I asked, I'm literally down to my last dollar until payday. However, I have been blessed beyond more than I can deserve in material things. A young single mother and her child recently moved to our town and have nothing, not even money. The mother is dying of cancer and has not yet been approved for benefits. The family has been setting up their new apartment and have nothing. I was able to give them a rug, some wall art, candles, and a small cleaning set, paper towels, Windex, etc. It was small, but it made me feel great. I will continue to pray for opportunities like this. That's amazing, Angela. That's not small, girl. You went big. That's so fun. Stephanie said, purchase a $5 Starbucks gift card and wrote a note with it that said, random acts of kindness for you. Oh, so fun, you guys. Okay, with the 14-day money finder, people are finding on average $2,000 throughout the year going through this fun 2-week series. Now, if you've been inspired by Angela and Stephanie and you want to learn more, make sure to click the link below. What a fun episode. I love talking about giving. I love encouraging you guys to give, and I can't wait to see how giving changes your life. So I want to say thank you so much for Amy Brown for being on and all the amazing things that she's doing, and for our great FPU coordinators and the time that they're giving back into their community. Absolutely fantastic. And thank you guys for watching. And remember to take control of your money and create a life you love.